Well, in today's session, Built to Last, we're going to be talking about the roof. So far, we've been on this journey of creating this intentional home and how we want to build that to last. And it starts with God's design, His foundation, the right walls as a boundary. But when we talk about the roof, I'm just reminded as a child, I grew up in a home that was kind of pieced together. It was an old home, and my dad was super creative in solving different problems in our house. Our roof had multiple layers of roof sheet metal. And when it would get cold, especially like with the frost and it would be melting and changing, our roof would kind of expand, and we would have drips in our ceiling. And I remember moving the bucket to catch the drips when we were kids. I even still remember it today. But I don't know about you, I don't often think about my roof on my house until there's a problem with it. That's just kind of how, it's just one of those things that's kind of out of sight, out of mind.
But if there is some sort of a leak in your roof, then that can lead to some pretty big problems really quickly. Yep. It's important, right, that our roof is strong and steady. That's why you replace your roof every 10 years. And for the sake of our analogy, the roof is the idea of this spiritual family. It's this idea of a covering. Because when I need protection, when it starts hailing outside, right, I run inside my house and the roof is protecting me. I've got the walls, which is good, but the roof is actually the thing that's stopping things from getting in. And so you have to think about, man, when life is hitting you hard, when your marriage is struggling and you need help right away, where do you go? When your kids are struggling or suffering and you need wise, godly counsel, where should you go? And it's to this idea of a spiritual family, having these connection points, these connection points in our relationship that's, again, helping us tie ourselves back to the Word of God and back to His people. And I love in Ecclesiastes 4, 9, and 10, 2 people are better off than one, for they can help each other succeed. If one person falls, then the other can reach out and help, but someone who falls alone is in real trouble.
We need other people to help us succeed when we fall, not if we fall, but when we fall. Who's going to help us picked up? How are we going to have people around us? And there's things we need around us when we don't see it coming. I love what Jim Putman says about this. He says, it's in times of strength that we prepare for times of weakness. That was when we look ahead, we say we want to put these appropriate barriers in our life to prepare us for what's going to come. And spiritual family really is what that is for us. It's a covering, it's a protection. Prepare us for what is ahead and help us avoid unnecessary pitfalls. We need people around us as this covering, this example. I'm thinking through when we had little kids. We don't know what this next season looks like. We need people to speak into our life. When we're needing help in our marriage, we need people to come around us to be a protection and covering over us. We need this kind of help in our life.
You need a church family, and you need people who are mentoring you, who are discipling you and pouring life into you. It's this idea of a safety net, and even thinking proactively in our marriages that we want to have this spiritual covering. We want to be prepared for what seasons are going to come. We want those to be strong. And I think about a lot of times it can be a little intimidating, no matter where you are at in this process. Because I think of, man, when I want someone to disciple me, it's really awkward to be like, hey, so-and-so, would you please help me in this journey that I'm on? Or can you help our marriage in this journey that we're on? But you guys, be bold and brave. If you're struggling, or even if you're not struggling and you don't have people that are pouring into your life, ask someone. And if you are in a season where you actually have some distance, some wisdom in your marriage, invest in someone who's younger than you. Invest in a newly married couple. They want to be invested in, I promise. And as we build this stronger roof, this stronger spiritual family, we're protected and we're building solid marriages.
Yeah, just think of the shame it is to build such a great house that looks beautiful, but not protect it, to not actually cover it and have this kind of covering. We need that in our physical homes. We need that in our spiritual life that we're building, the homes that we're building. We need a church, we need a community, we need mentors, we need these people around us. And so be praying about who are those people that you're going to have around you.